Oh, today making my 2012 NFL Week 15 predictions. On Thursday night, the Cincinnati Bengals took on the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly, and it looked like a pretty close game to start out. The Eagles were up 13-10 actually going into half, and then the Cincinnati Bengals just exploded on offense, and Nick Foles and the Eagles offense played pretty poorly. Put up 0 points. The final score was 34-13. I did pick the Bengals in that game, so I got that pick right. Next game is on Sunday, the Washington Redskins at the Cleveland Browns. Here you have Robert Griffin, questionable to play this week. They go into Cleveland. It's gonna be. In my opinion, it's a tough game. If Robert Griffin plays or not, especially if he doesn't play for Kirk Cousins. So for me, I'll take the Redskins because I think that RG3 will play because I know they feel that they want him to want RG3 to be healthy, but they really feel that they have a good chance of making the playoffs this year. So I think they're going to play him because I think they feel that he'll be okay to play and that he's a warrior out there. So I will go with the Redskins, but if Kirk Cousins plays, I just don't think that he's had enough reps to really be totally solidified in that offense. And so if he plays, I'll go with the Browns for this one and then seeing them improve to 6-8. But until the RG3 is ruled out to not playing, I will take the Redskins. Next game is the Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. The Bears have played pretty poorly, actually pretty terrible over the last couple of games. It's in Chicago, so I think the Bears will keep it close, but in my opinion, it's too much Aaron Rodgers, and I see the Packers winning this football game. Next game is the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Miami Dolphins. It's in Miami, and the Dolphins are, they started out pretty good. I think just 5-4, 6-4, and then since then they have not been playing very good football. But they stayed in there with 49ers last week in San Francisco, so I see them winning this game here versus Jacksonville. Next game here is the Minnesota Vikings at the Minnesota Vikings at the St. Louis Rams. I'm going to go with my upset pick of the week. I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings to win this game, and it's going to be all because of, who, AP, Adrian Peterson, was having one of the best years of his career, and if he actually has a chance, it's not likely, it's actually looking, about like a 2 or 3% chance that he does break this record, but there's a chance that he could break the rushing single season record. You never know, and maybe somehow he leads into the playoffs, the Minnesota Vikings, but I don't see it happening. But I see them pulling off an upset win in St. Louis to beat the Rams here. Next game is the Denver Broncos at the Baltimore Ravens, and when you have Peyton Manning, you have a good chance of winning. And I know it's in Baltimore, and of course that's 10 o'clock in Denver, but this team is playing very good football right now. I think this will be a good game, but their offense is playing really well, and Ray Lewis is not playing in this game. Terrell Suggs is questionable, we'll just see how the defense holds up. And Joe Flacco, I know he plays well at home, but I don't see them be able to beat the Broncos defense. And in my opinion, the key to this game is can the Baltimore Ravens get a running game going against the Denver Broncos? Broncos playing really good football. Demaryius Thomas, Eric Decker playing really well. And when you have the Sheriff out there, it's always tough to beat them. So I got to go with the Broncos. I just want to see them winning this game actually by 7 or 10 points. Got to go with the Broncos. Good game now. Next game is the Indianapolis Colts at the Houston Texans, and another upset pick. I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts playing great football right now. Andrew Luck is playing extremely well. He's going to go into Houston. I think if the Colts can protect him, they have a chance because Matt Schaub is not playing too good, and their corners aren't too good, and they struggle against the long ball, as you saw against Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. I see him hitting T.Y. Hilton, Reggie Wayne getting a lot of catches, having a big day. I see it being a shootout, even though they got J.J. Watt, for the Texans on defense, so they can just calm him down a little bit. I think they'll be able to win this game. It'll be a really good game, but I'm gonna go with the Colts, and they have a chance to win the AFC South, as nobody thought was even in consideration. Next game is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New Orleans Saints. Another good game here. You have two teams that are just not playing up to their full capabilities. Saints started out terrible. The Buccaneers started out too good. They both start winning, and now they're both starting to lose again. So I know it's in New Orleans, but I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers. I did predict that they'd make the playoffs, and of course they're 6-7 right now, so it's not looking too good. But I see them going into New Orleans and getting a tough victory versus Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And I see Josh Freeman having a pretty good game versus that Saints defense. Got to go with the Buccaneers in this one. Next game is the New York Giants at the Atlanta Falcons. Again, this is another good game. It's in Atlanta, and Atlanta almost never loses, but they're not playing good football. They lost to the Carolina Panthers last week, and they got to face Eli Manning now. So it's not going to be an easy game for them to win. But I see them hanging around in this game. But when you have Eli Manning, it's going to be a little bit too much. I got to go with the Giants. Giants are just a little better of a team right now. I see him getting a really tough win there in Atlanta. Got to go with the Giants. Next game is Seattle at Buffalo. I'm taking a lot of upsets. I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills. I know the Seattle. I like Seattle. I think they'll get into the playoffs. All Seahawks fans, don't get discouraged by this because I like your team. But I like the Bills. I mean, I think they play well at home. I see them beating Seattle. Seattle struggles at home. They beat the Bears, but the Bears play pretty poorly in that game. So I got to go with the Bills in this one. I know it sounds, pretty discouraging, but I still see the Seahawks getting in, and Russell Wilson's a great quarterback, but I got to go with the upset pick on this one. I got to go with the Bills. Next game is the Detroit Lions at the Arizona Cardinals, and the Arizona Cardinals are just pretty terrible. I don't care how the Lions, how their year's been. They can play a pretty pathetic game and still beat this team. I mean, this team, I don't care if it's the Seattle, the Arizona Cardinals. You lost 58-0 to the Seahawks. 58-0. I mean, you can't put up 1 point off 58. It's pathetic. You started out 4-0 and you're 4-9. I mean, it's just. If I'm a Cardinals fan, I'm absolutely embarrassed. I'm getting all excited. We're 4-0 in the first 4 games. Look at you, you're on there 4-9. You're not going anywhere. And Larry Fitzgerald again has no quarterback to throw to him, and you got to feel for the guy. He hasn't had a quarterback since Kurt Warner that could throw him the ball. I gotta go with the Lions in this one. Next game is the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Dallas Cowboys. Another great game here. Des Bryant is looking like he's gonna play with that finger. And I guess it's going to be a great game. You got Big Ben versus Tony Romo in Dallas, and that's why I'm going to pick the Cowboys. This is in Dallas. I know it's another upset, I guess you could call it. I'm taking a lot of upsets this week, and I know that some picks might sound a little bit inaccurate, but I think a lot of them will pay off to pick these teams, and I got to go with the Cowboys on this one. It's in their home stadium. They play pretty well at home, and I think Tony Romo could lead his team to the playoffs here. Get a W here. Next game is Kansas City Chiefs at the Oakland Raiders. 2 teams that are not very good. So I'm going to just pick the home team here and go with the Oakland Raiders. Next game is the Carolina Panthers at the San Diego Chargers. Another good game. Carolina came off a great win versus the Atlanta Falcons, the 11-1 Atlanta Falcons, not 11-2. And the San Diego Chargers actually pretty manhandled the Steelers there in Pittsburgh versus Big Ben. So another really close game. But I'm going to go with the Chargers. I'm going to go to the San Diego Superchargers. I think they won a very, very close game. Very entertaining game to watch as well. But I'll go with the Chargers on this one. A lot of upsets, I understand, but I got to go with the Chargers. Next game is the San Francisco 49ers at the New England Patriots. Great game. Probably the best defense versus the best offense in Tom Brady. Tom Brady's great, and it seems like he just gets better and better every week, and it's going to be really interesting to see who wins MVP this year. In my opinion, Adrian Peterson is the MVP because he's had the best season, but their team is unfortunately 7-6, and it always goes to the quarterbacks. So it's going to be either Tom Brady or Peyton Manning. We'll have to see who gets it. Right now, it's looking like Brady's playing just a tad better. I mean, he has 6 less interceptions, and he has 1 less touchdown. But we'll have to see who wins that. It'll be really close because just the way Peyton's come off. But again, he's playing really well. So to get off topic there, but the Patriots really manhandled the Texans. Last week on Monday Night Football. As much as I want to take the 49ers, just for the Broncos' sake of I'm a Broncos and Colts fan, and just for their sake of getting to the 2nd seed or maybe even the 1 seed if the Colts can overcome the Texans in the last 3 weeks and beat them. I have to go with the Patriots, even though I really want to take the 49ers. Go with the Patriots. Last game is New York Jets at the Tennessee Titans and Monday Night Football, and it's in Tennessee, And I know the Jets are still in it, the Titans are not, but for me, it just seems like the Jets offense can't do anything. And that's something that the Titans offense can. I think they'll be able to muster out, between 14 and 21 points, and I think the Jets will not put up more than 10 points. So I got to go with the Titans. A good game here on Monday Night Football. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, please give it a like rating. And have a nice evening, and I'm excited to watch some Sunday football tomorrow. Thank you. Have a nice day.